So, and then the name and the rest there. So 45, 10, and 45 with the alignments. Like, listen to the programs in the background while you program yourself. Yes. It's kind of funny. It's interesting doing stuff on Twitch with engineering work because you never really know how many people are going to show up and why they'll show up. Like, one time I did a Perforce merge for updating the Unreal version to 4.16 from like 4.12 or something, and it was like a 6-hour Perforce merge of just really boring, tedious crap. And I put the stream title as like super amazing Perforce merge again 2018, and I had like 12 people show up and just like give me shit for merging Perforce for that long, which was actually pretty entertaining because it's really dry sort of thing. Alright, so this is not enough. Maybe we kept these names short. Time, like that. And if it wasn't a record, it would just be normal. Alright, so light green is just going to be gray? What should we call it? We'll have it be thistle, because that's a color that is commonly used, right? So we have the style there for a new record and everything. So should be able to make it pop out. What else do we have? The other thing is we could move this rank stat and just put it right here. You started to branch out, yeah. Speedruns are good just to like waste time. People are doing their thing. I kind of like the idea of moving the record down into this area here. And having like new record or a rank or yeah, alright. I'll just take this container and we'll shove it in the bottom here. So this ranked stat content in a container is going to be will be down here. So we'll get our duration back set up to what we had. I mean, I guess it just doesn't matter. Like, the problem is this stat just makes no damn sense. So what would go here? Like, if it's not going to be the duration because we don't care. I mean, we could put in here like new record. The golden age of Dark Souls speedruns ended years ago. Yeah, it's true. Everybody used to be just doing Dark Souls as speedruns. It was like when I was in San Diego, I had a long walk home, about 40 minutes, and I would just put on. I think the person I listened to was I just put on like the YouTube of Northern Lions Super Show where he's just bullshitting with people while doing Dark Souls 1 speedruns for like 4 hours in a row. And just talking about whatever the hell they're talking about. And that was always pretty awesome. Good way to kill 40 minutes walking to work. I mean, the other thing we could have here is just like big ass you win sort of thing, like victory, and I guess we could have like personal best. Yeah, all right, that might work. I know Synachron wants me to boot up Dark Souls and actually do speedruns of it. I don't know. We'll see. It's something I would actually want to do, but I haven't been streaming any game stuff just because by the time I get to that point of the day, I'm just like I'm finished. I just want to chill out, and there's just too much going on, too much stressful shit. All right. So I think this will be our like personal best stat. So we've got a container, we've got the header. The header should be a width of 100%, should be like a height of maybe 4 vmin and a font size of 4 vmin with a text align center. So personal best, and then we'll get our actual stat. And maybe we can make that a little bit bigger. Maybe 5 vmin on there. Personal best, time that, and maybe we can add a margin on here. Just kind of personal best, time 28, rank stat, time 28.3, and this would have new record on it, so I might want to have something else. Tyler's gaming, but he ended up quitting for arbitrary reason and speedrunning Zelda instead. His stream instantly died when he stopped doing Dark Souls. Ouch. Sucks. Alright, that header needs something on top of it. I mean, why kill the golden goose, right? If your stream's doing well and you're doing something and you actually care about it. No, I know you're hinting. It's true. That's fine. If I didn't want suggestions, I would say, I don't want any suggestions. But if I was gonna get back into streaming the game stuff, Dark Souls, because I got that itch that's still there. It'd be like, it's been a while since I played Dark Souls stuff, and there's a lot of new content, and it's been long enough where why the fuck is it? That should be a 45, not a 40. Yeah, it's better. So how am I gonna have this rank stat new record thing show up nicely? I'd like to have like a little thing that says new record maybe on the right. So we have the stat item. Ranked stat item value. I guess maybe I can have it be 30 width. And I could have something with record, text align center, and then this should be 45, so it should be 15. So maybe something like that. Alright, let me see. That guy's not over there as far as I'd like him to be. Let me see. So we have new record that would show up. But this guy here, he's got a margin left of 1%. This guy should have a margin left of 1% as well. The question is, should it be a margin left of 1.5%? Yeah, that looks like it's right. So if we don't have a new record, we just remove that, and it'll look like that. Alright, so before passing it off to Adam or something like that, then this is what this will look like. Alright, well, that looks like it's all rigged up. I think I got all the elements that I want. The mock-up looks like this. So close enough, right? That's fine. Got my awesome mock-ups there that are cave drawings. Let's see what it looks like in game. Score the goals, training. Okay, so retry goes back to stage 1. Quit goes back to this guy. So what I want to do for the loading stage, I want to see if it's already loaded. Go get that. So if we go to the arena level, and this guy goes to start current mission, set loading stage, game state changed, set server destroy all balls. So we want to go to level update loading stage. So basically I want to know if load mission for stage, I want to see this function in level utils should have another function which checks if we are already loaded for the current stage. So let's go do that. Yeah, I don't know. I think Adam is... It looks like he's testing out the cinematic stuff inside of one of the levels, and I'm going to go yell at him for that. Because... Like, one of the things when you're doing game development, right, is you don't want to develop in a system that you can't just take out. So let's say, like, I'm making this whole mission system, right? So one of the things with the mission system is, you know, if I boot up the game and the only thing I have to do to disable the entire mission system is take out this button from the UI, then you can't access anything with missions, right? But what he's got right now is, you know, he's got it so if you actually boot up into a normal level with that, then, you know, the fat sack is still there. So it's one of the things with game development, which is sometimes difficult to do, is to, develop new features while not like completely fucking up the game that you're working on. And especially since we're a live project, a live service, like it's really important. Like if we need to do a hotfix or something, I need to be able to just go do a hotfix without taking like 3 days to be like, well, shit, we can't do a hotfix because we're in the middle of making missions and we push that and then everybody will break and everything's fucked. So for a live service, you absolutely cannot do what he's done, which is, break a level to test out new features and functionality. Otherwise, you're toast. So I'll yell at him, but it's pretty understandable for Adam to not really have those things beaten into him. Alright, so static bool in stage formation. Good. I should be able to call it. Because it's a real difficult thing to do with systems is make a whole new system and then swap it into the live project without breaking absolutely everybody under the sun. But at least if it's easy, like go do your matinee testing in a copy of the level or in a matinee testing level. Just don't fuck up grasslands. While you're doing that, otherwise, the worst thing that happens is, let's say I didn't realize that this like matinee change had gone in, and needed to push a hotfix, and like Adam was asleep or something, right? Then all of a sudden, I would push it out there, and the people are like, "Hey, what the hell is going on with the giant fat sack statue in the middle of grasslands?" I'd be like, "Oh fuck! I thought I was just fixing the bots not working properly when they're in hard mode. Shit." So if do another hotfix, and then if you've done 2 hotfixes, you might as well do a 3rd hotfix. Let's just be honest. You probably need to do a few more. Let's see what's going on with the Maelstrom dudes. See, right now, it's looking like they're going to their daily peak shortly. Looks like they got enough servers. Those server costs are going to murder them, though. They're actually starting to try to use the spot instances, but it's active, but none of them are in use. Looks like he did switch over to using spot instances for the main game, so that should help with the cost. You not realize you'd open a sack of worms? Nah, it's more of a sack of salt. And that's pretty much just me having a lot of battle scars of working with people who would not understand what making a live service is about. Like, if you're spending 5 years working on a project for a console game, like Xbox or something, your release process is going to take forever. It's going to be like a 2 or 3 week process to get everything through cert and through QA and like whatever the hell you're actually doing for any update. But more modern games, that's absolutely not true. Like, you need to be able to go do a hotfix very quickly sometimes, So if you develop in a way that you cannot reliably guarantee that your systems are in a pristine state, then you end up causing a lot of problems. And so I've had a lot of interactions with engineers where I've just been like, what the hell were you thinking? You know, like you you haven't, like, I get it, but you have made this that should have been easy now incredibly difficult. And not only that, it was always the same people that would do that, right? Where it would always be that same guy on a Wednesday who had all this shit to push in that had to go because it spanned everything in the project. So it was always, pretty much on every team, the same one or two people that always had this shit going on. And you're like, yeah, I see how this is. All right, so if we go to update loading stage, we're going to check right here if we are in stage for the mission. Because if that's true, then we can just do all this stuff. Otherwise, we're going to check this. Alright, so we should skip the loading screen if we don't need the loading screen. This is in the update. We need to have in the set for, so we just early out because of frames. Alright, so set for loading stage. Game state changed. We still want to run all this code basically in case there's other stuff that gets screwed up. But then we want to run our update. That way if we throw any code in there for something about loading, we'll get it set properly. Okay, so let's go ahead and skip the load screen and make sure that it actually does what it's supposed to. So when we go to our mission and we hit start, we should have a loading screen, and when we're in the mission, it should just go straight to what we need to be. So let's start to continue. Let's go win. Stage 1, start to continue. And we have finished. So retry. It went straight to that. And maybe I shouldn't have the quit button right on top of the fucking... Yeah, I should have a start button there. Because, like, even I just... Like, the retry... Like, this quit button needs to be over here. So this is the... It should be a retry button in the bottom here. And that is the post stage screen. So let's take a look at what the retry button is on our post mission screen. So our post-mission screen has got the back and the retry button. And we need to do the same thing for this guy. So the back button, get rid of you. Alright, so let's hook up that retry button. Oh, we already have a retry click on it. Alright, let's put this back up again. So missions, start. Yeah, see, this should not be here, so the pre-stage screen has the same issue. We need a retry button. Pre-mission, start and back. Alright, here's our retry and back. Should be start, not the other way around. Just have a start button. Pre-stage screen. Back button, get rid of you. It should be start. Start. And then pre-stage screen should have a start click somewhere. Start stage click. Alright, we do have the functions to hook up for it. And we probably also do want a retry button. Let's just do retry. And that's going to do our retry current mission stuff. Alright, let's change the CSS on this stuff. So for us to, in the pre-stage stuff, we've got our retry. Okay, so these buttons are 20 width, so this guy is going to be at, and this guy for the back button is just floating off to the right with a margin right of 2. So the margin left here needs to be 2. So, and then it'll be 22. So it'll be 18 for the margin left on the start button, I believe. And that'll keep that in the middle. Anyway, let's boot it up and see what it looks like. And it's totally screwed. That's okay. We can reload the UI. There we go. So retry, quit, start. So retry doesn't do anything. Why not? The retry button does retry click, which does retry current mission UI. So it's not going to do anything. Let's see if it's actually getting called. Resetting mission, resetting stage, setting to loading stage. Yeah, so it went through the whole flow and didn't do anything, so. So that goes to the stage. We have a retry. See, the thing is, this should also be this. If we do retry, it goes all the way back to stage 1. We need to do the same thing with our post-stage screen, where we have a retry and a start. So this is 2, and then I believe that was 18. And we'll need a start button on post-stage screen. And this should be on continue click. Alright, so starts the mission. Alright, so if we hit retry, it'll take us back here and we can go ahead and start. I'm gonna fail. Got 30 seconds to score a goal, and if I'm an idiot and keep trying to do fancy moves, and I lost. Mission is over, defeat. Okay, so if I do, it shouldn't say start, this should just say continue. Alright, continue. I spelled button wrong. It's got an N in it. Alright, cool. So continue, did it. And retry is right there. So, bam, score the goals. You've won. Retry goes back to stage 1. Alright, so we got that. So we can do quit. Takes us back here. We'll start it. I'm just running through all the UI stuff just to make sure that, you know, the buttons are all working. So continue, quit, and why would you quit a stage you've won? Well, you can. Anyway, I can hook that up later. So let's go do it again. We'll have it be so if you hit quit on that one, it'll take you to the post screen instead. So continue stage to the end, and then we can quit from here, which will take us there, and then we should this say back or quit? I think just back will work. How come it went all the way back to... Oh, because I reloaded the UI. It didn't have the stack. Let's make sure that that works. The game does the best it can when you reload the UI, but that's only the best it can. So it didn't have any memory of what you'd clicked on in the main menu, so it didn't go back to the mission select screen. And I skipped that thing because I had like a was pressed and hit continue right when it popped up. So I need to have like a not pressed sort of thing, but we can deal with that later. So what we want to do is quit and go back and make sure we have the mission select screen working. Alright, so we're now in mission select. Probably should. So the other thing is this mission select screen, the ranking stuff, I think I'm going to take out. So why don't we just, because I don't think we're going to do the rankings for missions to start with. So I'm just going to not deal with it. So we'll have these rankings here. So we'll take all of this out and see what that looks like. Yeah, we'll just have the start button there. That's fine. So we hit start, and we should take this out as well. So it's the pre-mission screen. Alright, and then the retry button won't be there if this is the first stage and all that stuff, so that's fine. Alright, so I think that's a pretty good stopping point. I gotta go do things. So start to continue, that works. Let's make sure we can do all this stuff. So let's hit the quit button, let's hit that back button. So this is with the controller, so start. retry, start. Start work there, retry works here. Damn, was a straight hit. Alright, so B doesn't do anything. Advanced does stuff there. Can't do anything with our... Oh man, I should make it so the right stick does the mouse wheel. Shouldn't I? So you can like mouse over these things and then like use the right stick to move up and down. I'm gonna write that down. Alright, but I think that's everything for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check everything I got in and go take care of some errands for today. But that's looking pretty good. Alright, excellent. So it looks like everything. So thanks for sticking around, and I hope everybody has a good day. I might be back on later in a couple hours, but no guarantees. Alright.